Hello YouTubers, join us, we're going gopher hunting. YouTubers, Bud Light here, bringing a little bit of light to the financial darkness of this world. But I'm here with another young entrepreneur, ladies and gentlemen. It's a little bit windy out here, so hopefully you can hear us. But this is Jaden Moore from New Mexico. This is actually Tyler's younger sister, and we're going to be talking about gopher catching this time. If you can zoom in right here, you'll see that we have a gopher trap that Jaden has put together. And we'll have some a step-by-step process coming up in this video. But Jaden, you make a pretty good living on this, right?
Yes, I do.
Can you kind of tell our audience what do you get?
Well, we get typically $3 a tail from the Water Conservancy.
Okay. So what do you once you catch one, you just snip the tail off and
we just snip the tail off, keep them in a Ziploc full of salt, and turn them in when we're ready.
All right. Well, we have set a couple traps, ladies and gentlemen, and we're going to come back tomorrow to see if we catch them. Of course, we can't just show them taking these things out and bashing their head on the ground. The old folks would be all over us. So we'll show you what the tails look like. We'll show you if we catch a couple, and we'll be back, and then we'll pick up interviewing Jaden. Where it's not so windy outside here, we can have a little bit more discussion. All right, stay tuned. Hello, YouTubers. Bud Light back here with another young entrepreneur story. So we kind of clipped some videos together here of young Jaden Moore from New Mexico showing on her gopher catching business. So Jaden, I guess you found out the soil here is a little bit different than the soil out there where you're at, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
All right. Can you kind of explain to our audience what it is you do on catching gophers, and why do you want to catch gophers?
Well, it's pretty easy and it pays pretty good. So me and my brother started catching gophers when we were about probably 6 and 8, and I've been catching gophers now. He kind of quit because he works on a ranch, but I still catch gophers in my spare time, and it pays pretty good. So.
Okay, now you get $3 a tail.
Yes, sir.
All right, and so my understanding is that when you catch a gopher, you just have to turn the tails into, not soil conservation, sir. Who do you turn it into?
The Water Conservancy.
What? And that's a New Mexico agency, Water Conservancy.
Yes.
All right, and they pay you $3 a tail.
Yes, sir.
Well, in the last couple, months, how many have you caught, or what is kind of your average?
I've caught in the last 2 months about over 250 gophers.
Wow, so that's about $1,300 or more. Is that about right?
$750.
$750.
$750. Okay, that's that Bud Light math. So anyway. So, and now you're 16 years old, is that correct?
Yes.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, another young entrepreneur, 16 years old, getting out there and crushing it, doing a side hustle. And because you have your homeschool, your schooling that you have to do, yes. But then at the same time, you're kind of like your brother. You're kind of like the go-to gal in that area of needing things done. Is that kind of correct?
Yes, I am.
All right. I think you were telling me a story of a lady that called you about wanting to haul some hay. Can you tell them about what that was about?
Yes, a couple weeks ago, our neighbor lady needed some hay hauled, and so she asked me, and of course I'd do it because anything that pays. So she had a barn full of hay stored at another person's barn. So she came and picked me up, and we loaded over 200 bales of hay that day.
Oh, now, I don't know if you can tell by the camera here, but old Jaden here, she's about knee-high to a grasshopper. So she's very petite. and was strong as an ox, and she went out and hauled 200 bales. Now the story goes is that this lady hired a couple high school boys to come out and help, and some city folks probably, and they didn't do a good job, and you pretty much did double the amount of work they did. Is that correct?
That's what she said, yes.
All right, well, cool. So see, folks, it's all about getting out there and having the willingness to work. It's like a lot of Chris, Financial Prepper, says, and we said sometimes, man, people, you just have to show up and do what you say you're going to do, but have a willingness to work. Now, do you have some other side hustle jobs that you've done in the past?
Yes, I have. I used to work for another neighbor lady. I worked for her for 3 years doing yard work.
Okay, so yard work. And then, if I remember right, last year, you had like a green thumb. You had a humongous garden. And now for your family, you kind of handle all the gardening for your immediate family. Is that correct?
Yes, I do.
All right. And I guess she had all kinds of stuff. And she knows how to grow things out in the desert. Amazing what she could grow out there. Well, Jaden, I think that was great. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for letting our audience see another young entrepreneur, and it gives us hope for our youth to see this, that there's some out there that's going to carry the torch on. Now, just like I did your brother, if you can look at that camera and say to people, because you're 16 years old, and if you can let some people know out there at that age group, what advice would you give to our audience?
If there's work out there, go ahead and do it.
Go ahead and do it. Get out there. Now, that work just didn't always come to you, did it? You had to kind of go out and look for it, right?
Yes, I did.
So you would go knock on doors. You know my motto, knock on the door, everybody. And another young entrepreneur, do you have anything else to add? Is there any other side hustles that or ideas that you have that you can give our young people out there?
Talk to your neighbors and see if there's anything that you can do for them.
Okay. One of the things I tell on one of my deals is go to farmers and ranchers and build fence and repair fence. You've done a lot of that yourself, haven't you?
Yes.
Fixing fence, clearing brush, all that type of stuff. So, Jaden, I was going to ask you, you're making all this money off these gopher tails and everything. So, a person of your age group, do you just go out there and after you make it, do you head down to the department stores or go out to eat and spend it on candy, Coke, or buy your favorite record or see movies? Or what do you do with your money that you make?
No, I don't spend it. I save it and try not to just blow it.
Well, why? Why don't you just go out and spend it like everybody else does?
Well, it's not the easiest thing to make, so you don't just blow it on everything.
Good point, ladies and gentlemen, good point. It's not always the easiest thing to make. So you're kind of saving it back and for a rainy. Is there anything you're saving your money for? I mean, are you looking at a vehicle or down the road or
Yeah, I'm saving it for maybe a car.
a car? A Corvette, right?
Sure.
Sure.
Now that's too expensive.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, having a saving mindset, something our grandparents always taught us. They sure don't see a lot of it out there nowadays. So thank you, Jaden. Appreciate it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the moment of truth. Jaden, let's see if we got him. Oh, looky there! Woo! Yeah, there's one of them. Ah, all right, we got one. So, explain how that works.
I'll show you real quick how to set the trap.
Are you following this, people?
So you wind this back around, hook it there, put it in the loop, and then you have to twist this around and hair trigger it. And when the gopher comes in, it catches her.
Ah, and there he has. All right, moment of truth. site number 3, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see what we got. Got dig? Oh, we got dig, folks. There he is! Woohoo! All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, Bud Light here with the young entrepreneur from New Mexico, Jaden Moore. So, hey, there's $3 right there, and I'll show you this is what we did here at my place. I'll show you a picture coming up. This is what she does back at home in New Mexico. Jaden, thank you so much. This is what you call hands-on experience, ladies and gentlemen. So all you lovers out there, you know, people who eat tasty animals, here we go. Thanks a lot, Jaden. Appreciate it.
For having me.
All right.